I wanted to make this video on my little journey. You know what I'm saying? I'm outside, so I decided to do this video for you guys in regards to today's Supreme Mathematics, which is Wisdom as Cipher, right? Now, for those of you that are having a hard time trying to follow me or understand where I'm coming from, I'm going to give you a little bit more substance in order for you to have a better understanding of where I'm coming from, okay? When we say wisdom is added to the cipher, that means that there is something that is either going to be a benefit to the situation that is at hand. In other words, it's either going to help you or plateau is going to bring you to the next platform in life. We're not here to give you anything less. You know what I'm saying? The way I see it is, if it's not nothing that is worth putting or adding onto your cipher, get rid of it. That is where you come in and make a judgment call. So I'm quite sure that you brothers and sisters see the title. It says you are the judge. And the reason why I say you are the judge is because wisdom deals with judgment. A lot of times people will tell you, who are you to judge me? I'm me. You know why? Because I have to know what's in front of me. I have to know what I'm dealing with. I have to know what I'm getting myself involved in. So if I'm not making a judgment call on the things that I need to make a judgment call on, then obviously I'm not doing my job as a person or as an individual to make sure that whatever is in my cipher is going to be a benefit to me. Another time is when we're dealing with judgment call, we're dealing with risk and reward, or risk versus reward, whichever way you want to look at it. And what that means is specifically is that you take risk in regards to making a choice in life. You take a risk in allowing people to come in your life. You take risk in allowing yourself to be in certain places that you might not be familiar with. These are all the risks that we take. And this is where we have to make our proper judgment call. Now, a lot of times people will say wisdom is wise words, ways, and actions, but it's a little bit more than that. You know what I'm saying? It's you critically thinking and analytically thinking over your decisions and your choices before you make it. This is why wisdom is the manifestation of knowledge. So you have to sit down with yourself first and think clearly on what you want to do in regards to what? The choices and decisions that you're going to make. And you have to also question that choice and decision and ask yourself, is this decision going to take me far? Is this going to help me? Is this going to help people that's going to be around me? Is this going to help those that are in need of this decision and this choice that I make? Is this choice particularly an individual choice, or is it a choice that can affect many and everybody else? You got to look at how life is giving you your situation. Like I said, wisdom added to the cipher. What that means is either you're adding what? You're either adding substance, meaning, value, or purpose. You're adding one of those things because at the end of the fucking day, there's nobody that's going to allow you to come into their life and just be fucking around and wasting space. That's the person. The places, you're not going to just go any old place and say, yeah, this is the place that I'll be hanging out at and this is where I make my bread or I do my thing at. Because if it's not going to be a benefit for you, then why hang out in that area? That is a place. A situation or circumstance that happens in your life that might be personal, you have to come to the understanding and say to yourself, well, what I'm getting involved in, is it going to help me move forward and plateau and catapult to the next level? You got to look at every situation that's around you, everything. Wisdom is also experience. It's indicative of experience, but your experiences will speak high volumes if you're making the right decisions. You can't just say, oh, today's Supreme Mathematics, wisdom mathematics, wisdom is wise words, ways, and actions. Cipher, the first place thing you got to be wise with the cipher that you in. Yeah, of course. However, it's a little bit deeper than that. It's a little bit deeper than that. And a lot of times we kind of miss the forest for the trees because of the mere fact that we are so quick to make a decision, make a choice. Because sometimes wisdom will help you go off of your emotions or feelings. So you got to be able to make a clear and conscious decision, not just an emotional feeling, not emotional decision, but a clear and conscious decision, because sometimes emotions can steer you wrong. You know what I'm saying? And I know sometimes people might be like, well, sometimes you got to go with what your heart says. Yeah, that's true. But it's more so instinctively than it is emotionally. You know what I'm saying? You got to put I before E, man. So that's intelligence before the emotions. So you have to be intellectual in your decision and whatever decisions you choose to make. If you choose to say to yourself, yo, man, I'm not hanging out with these niggas. I'm not chilling in this area and I'm not doing these things that these people want me to do, and make a decision for yourself, you got to see whether or not that's beneficial for you. You know what I'm saying? You got to see whether or not that helps you catapult to the next level in life, or whether or not it tears you or brings you down. One thing that I'm going to incorporate into this key element, and a key example of wisdom added to the cipher would be this. If you're invested in the stock market, right? And let's just say, for instance, you've been invested for quite some time, and you decide to make a decision on a certain stock, right? Right, but you've been trading for quite some time, so you have some experience under your belt, and you know how this stock is, and you end up making a hasty and quick decision whether or not you think that it's gonna go up or down or sideways, or trade sideways or crash, or whatever the case may be. But you make a hasty decision, and you end up putting a put instead of a call, right? So what ends up happening? You end up losing all your money, or you end up expiring worthless, as those that understand that language of the stock market. That means that you lost all the money that you invested in. So let's just say, for instance, your premium on your investment was like $139, and you have $139 of buying power, and you buy that stock for it to go down, or you want to see your investment or your risk, then you got to see whether or not that was a good decision or a bad decision on your part. You got to remember, one thing that we deal with in life is risk management. You know, one of the gods had brought forth for understanding in regards to that, because a lot of times when we invest time in ourselves, there's a lot of risk management that goes on. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of risk management. So we got to be able to take into consideration what we are investing in ourselves and what we're doing in order for us to move forward and catapult to the next level. Now, what I'm saying? So one thing's for sure and two things for certain. What you got to understand is that when you're dealing with the science of wisdom added to the cipher, you got to realize that wisdom is also dealing with experience, and experience also deals with investment, because you invested a certain amount of time and energy and effort into what you was doing in order for you to see the results of what you're looking for, which is probably a positive, fruitful, and prosperous outcome. But if you don't see that positive, fruitful, and prosperous outcome, then that's because of the decisions and the choices that you made. Remember, a planet is something that's made or grown from the beginning. You feel what I'm saying? So, like I said, man, I just wanted to add on with you guys real quick in regards to today's Supreme Mathematics, which is wisdom added to the cipher. For those of you that don't know about my social media platform is this. Facebook is Scientific Intelligence. You can find me easily. Instagram is Lord Supreme 72. Twitter is Scientific Intel. Snapchat is Lord Supreme 72. And YouTube is LSWA 72. All right, y'all take it easy and have a good evening. Peace.